Alright everybody, welcome to another video with Plasma here, flying up along on Growling Sidewinder and firing off Aim54s. That now, they do hit targets, but they have some sort of a change, modification, or update that makes them very vulnerable to Aim120s. That's right, so if this happened to you once, you'd call it a lucky coincidence that a missile will hit another missile air-to-air, and it's a pretty rare event, it's pretty neat. But if it happened to you 3 times in a single sortie, you'd start asking questions and looking at Tacview. And that's exactly what happened to our mach and Nomad as they were flying with us on Growling Sidewinder. So this is an Aim54 series of launches that are going to blow your mind because none of them reached their target, even though they were pointing right at the bandit. The reason they never reached their target is because the magical Aim120 was able to lock on them and destroy them. So here's our first launch. Aim54 launched at approximately 30,000 towards a hot F-15 on the blue team. At this point, the altitude and the amount of energy the missile has is pretty incredible. I think it's breaking about 40,000 right now feet. That's about 12-13 kilometers and accelerating consistently. The F-15 detects the F-14 and also launches its Aim120. Now, as you watch this, the Aim120 will actually course correct itself within about 5 seconds of being launched. This is nowhere close to the pitbull window and will take out the Aim54 from a different angle. The launch is at 30 miles. The missiles are accelerating towards each other, and there is the launch of the Aim120. Now watch this crazy course correction that it'll do. Exactly as it hits 10 miles, or just a little bit under that, it'll actually correct itself onto the Phoenix and destroy it. Very unusual. In theory, if it was the F-14 that was locked, the Aim120 should not have course corrected. But guess what? Nomad did not get this kill. But that's not all. A few minutes later, there's a pair of F-18s that show up. And they launch a couple of more missiles, a couple of more Aim54s at them. As the missiles are accelerating to Mach 3, one of the F-18s, the lead, fires 2 Aim120s, both of which go pitbull and destroy both of the Phoenixes, denying 2 more kills for Nomad, which would have been easy pickings. So let's look at this closer. There's the first launch and then the second launch. The missiles are on their way. One missile had missed, but that one's out of the picture. That one was launched without proper lock. These 2 missiles are starting to track properly. One is going for an intercept course towards the closest F-18. The second one is vectoring towards the F-18 behind. The F-18 fires off 2 Aim120s. Right off the rail, the first Aim120 turns north and heads for the closest missile. At this point, the missile is doing approximately Mach 3.3 and gets hit. Look at that impact. Boom. Now, the closure rate there was around Mach 5, maybe Mach 5.5. Missile 2 has a little bit more time to burn. It's heading for a completely different bandit. And from the launch of the Aim120, it's about 30 degrees off. The F-18 and the F-14 are co-altitude at around 7,000. That's about, I don't know, 2,000 meters or so. But the Aim54 doesn't even get there. By the way, bonus points if you rewind and you see the little puff of smoke when we switch to the second missile view. From the first missile, you can actually see it in the background there, being blown up. And look at this. It took a little bit of doing here to make sure I can get this footage. But as I played back, you can see the Aim120 vectoring onto the Aim54, and there's your impact. Moments later, the feed from the Aim54 disappears and it falls out of the sky. Alright, maybe we had a defective plane with defective missiles. Not so much. Here we have another F-14. This is an F-14B on the Blue Force team that is going up against a friendly F-16. And I have no idea what's going on down below there with another F-14, but who cares? Here's another set of launches. Aim54 versus Aim120. They're almost pointing at each other. The Aim54 was actually pointing at the F-16 the whole time, but the Aim120 course corrected and hit the Phoenix. Now, how crazy is that? Let me know if you've seen this. Let me know if you think it's a bug or something else is happening. Perhaps the AIM54s have been updated so they can be shot down by the Russian SAMs. But whatever it is, the AIM120 loves the AIM54.